What I wish I knew about cyber attacks before they started impacting every facet of modern life. It's not just about protecting your personal computer anymore. It's about safeguarding critical infrastructure, national security, and the very fabric of our society. We're talking about threats that can cripple economies, disrupt essential services, and even endanger lives. Before they started grounding flights, causing widespread travel chaos and stranding thousands of passengers. Imagine the ripple effect: missed business meetings, disrupted vacations, and the sheer frustration of being unable to reach your destination. These aren't just minor inconveniences, they represent significant disruptions to global commerce and personal lives, and shutting down hospitals in Japan. Imagine the life-or-death consequences when critical medical systems are compromised, surgeries postponed, patient records inaccessible, and emergency care severely hampered. It's a terrifying scenario that highlights the vulnerability of our healthcare infrastructure to cyber threats. Let's get into it. So here's the deal. Japan just passed a major new law, a landmark piece of legislation designed to bolster its cyber defenses and protect its citizens from the growing threat of online attacks. This law represents a significant shift in Japan's approach to cybersecurity, recognizing the urgent need for proactive measures to safeguard its digital infrastructure. The Active Cyber Defense Act, a bold initiative that grants the government expanded powers to actively defend against cyber threats and retaliate against attackers. This law is a game-changer, empowering Japan to take a more assertive stance in the face of increasingly sophisticated and aggressive cyber attacks, to fight back against huge hacking threats. These aren't just minor annoyances, we're talking about sophisticated, well-funded operations that can cripple entire systems and steal sensitive data. The scale and complexity of these attacks are constantly evolving, requiring a proactive and coordinated defense strategy. Why? Because cyber attacks are getting so serious, they're no longer just a nuisance. They're a clear and present danger to our national security and economic stability. The potential for disruption and damage is immense, and we need to take these threats seriously. They're putting people's lives at risk, directly impacting healthcare, emergency services, and other critical infrastructure. The consequences of a successful cyber attack can be devastating, leading to loss of life and widespread disruption. Think airport chaos with flights grounded, passengers stranded, and travel plans thrown into disarray. The economic impact of such disruptions can be significant, affecting tourism, trade, and overall productivity. Hospital systems going dark, leaving doctors and nurses unable to access patient records or administer critical care. This is not a hypothetical scenario. It's a real threat that has already materialized in several countries, even energy and banking being targeted. Imagine the chaos if the power grid went down or if banks were unable to process transactions. These are the kinds of scenarios that keep cybersecurity experts up at night. The potential for widespread disruption and economic damage is immense. Starting in 2027, this new law will be fully implemented, marking a new era in Japan's cybersecurity strategy. This gives the government time to prepare, train personnel, and develop the necessary infrastructure to effectively implement the law. Japan's police and military can strike back, proactively defending against cyber attacks and retaliating against those who seek to harm its critical infrastructure. This is a significant departure from Japan's traditionally defensive posture in cybersecurity. At hackers trying to mess with critical systems, protecting essential services like power grids, water supplies, and transportation networks. These systems are the backbone of modern society, and their security is paramount, no matter if it's public or private. The law applies to both government agencies and private companies, recognizing that cybersecurity is a shared responsibility. A coordinated effort between the public and private sectors is essential to effectively defend against cyber threats. The government is setting up new cyber teams, recruiting and training skilled professionals to defend against cyber attacks and protect critical infrastructure. These teams will be at the forefront of Japan's cybersecurity efforts, and a cybersecurity chief, a dedicated leader responsible for coordinating the nation's cybersecurity strategy and overseeing the implementation of the new law. This individual will play a crucial role in shaping Japan's cyber defenses, basically a control tower for national defense. A central hub for monitoring cyber threats, coordinating responses, and protecting critical infrastructure. This command center will serve as the nerve center of Japan's cybersecurity operations. But here's the catch. This isn't just a government responsibility, it requires a collective effort from all members of society. We all have a role to play in protecting ourselves and our communities from cyber threats. They need everyone's help, from individuals to businesses to government agencies, to create a strong and resilient cyber defense. A collaborative approach is essential to effectively combat the ever-evolving threat landscape, not just tech experts. Everyone needs to be aware of the risks and take steps to protect themselves online. Simple measures like using strong passwords, being cautious about suspicious emails, and keeping software up to date can make a big difference. Because with cyber threats, we are all potential targets, and we all have a responsibility to protect ourselves and others. Cybersecurity is no longer just a technical issue, it's a societal issue. We all have a part to play in building a more secure digital world, working together to protect our critical infrastructure and our way of life. Collaboration and information sharing are key to staying ahead of the attackers, in keeping Japan, and our own countries, safe. By working together, sharing information, and implementing effective security measures, we can create a more secure and resilient digital world for all. The future of our economies and societies depends on it.